Hey guys, it's Jenny on the block, and today we are at a St. Jude fundraiser here with Human Mortgage, who is putting on this awesome mixer to raise money for one of our favorite charities at Fox 8, which is St. Jude. So today I am talking to one of my favorite people, Jay, and Jay's going to tell us a little bit about Human Mortgage, the mortgage industry, and then also a little bit about what they're doing here today with St. Jude. So hang on, I'm going to flip my camera. Jay, I can see you.
I can see you.
Well, I hope so. We're in the same room. All right. So tell me a little bit about Human Mortgage and like what makes you guys, so human.
That's a good question. So what we've done at First Community Mortgage is who we are, but Human Mortgage is what we do. Okay. And what we do is we give a personalized experience for anybody who's looking to refinance, purchase a home, and we literally try to treat them like family and advise them to the best of our ability on what's best for them. And what we found in dealing with a lot of homeowners that they're not very educated on the process of how mortgages actually work. So we spend time in walking them through the process, holding their hand, and making sure that they understand everything that we're doing, and that they're completely in the know. Excellent. And so the experience is really what we custom tailored to them, because we found that, and they've done surveys on this, that people still want, 90% of people, believe it or not, with all the technology that's out there, want a person-to-person human interaction to help walk them through the process. Okay. So that's really what Human Mortgage is. It's that custom tailored fit. If you want to do anything online, you can. If you want to sign your documents online, you can. If you want to come into the office, you can. If you want to do it by fax, whatever you want to do, we custom tailor the experience to your needs. Yeah. So that's what we do.
And then as far as, let's see. Oh, Barbara, I don't know about that. Somebody's asking me medical questions now. We're going to talk a little bit about St. Jude and what we're doing here in a minute. I did want to ask, you kind of mentioned what makes you guys different, but what else can you tell us about Human Mortgage and your community involvement and things like that that make you different than some of the other companies in town?
That's a great question. So what we've done is we've really started off as kind of like just a local-based company that just did straight B2B. We never involved anything on the internet, never did anything. We're not really technology savvy. But what we've done is we've custom tailored every experience possible for the client, whether it be technology, whether it be face-to-face, or whatever the client needs. But most importantly, I think really what sets us apart is our experience in the business. Our average loan officer has an experience of 8 years in the mortgage industry, meaning that they've worked through tough times, through every market possible, and they really understand how to do a loan. Okay. And obviously provide the best borrower experience possible. Okay.
So there's been a lot of people saying hi, so I'll say hi to Willie because he just said hi.
Hi, Willie.
And let's talk a little bit about what you're doing here today. I know it's a mixer for kind of the financial services and real estate people in this marketplace, but it's also a fundraiser for St. Jude, which Fox 8 is obviously very tied to because we do our dream home every year. Right. Can you tell us a little bit about why you guys are partnered with St. Jude for this particular fundraiser today?
Yeah, we chose to raise money for St. Jude's particularly just because it's an underfunded, we feel it's a very, very underfunded cancer research for children. So we do everything we can. I actually personally had a cancer scare with my son. So it ended up not being cancer, but he had what was called a dermoid cyst on his brain. And that actually really gave us a really big scare. It was very life-threatening. He had a brain surgery with Cleveland Clinic, but I can only imagine what a parent goes through once their children go through the steps and radiation, everything like that. So we feel like it's very important for us to give back as much as we can, considering that a lot of money goes to other forms of cancer, which is not a bad thing. It's just this is a very underfunded cause that we feel we can contribute to in our local communities. Nice. Especially with Cleveland Clinic, right here, and St. Jude right here.
Of course.
Makes sense.
A lot of big guys are in this market.
Absolutely.
So, well, somebody did ask a question about home loans. Sure. They said, can you do better than a 3.5% home loan? So can you talk a little bit about rates and how those work and how if someone's interested in finding out what rate they could get, how do they go about doing that?
It's not as easy as it used to be, and a lot of people think it's just like, hey, everybody gets one rate. It's not. They're almost as, it's like a fingerprint. Yeah. And really, now you have to have literally almost as much education more education to get your certificate to actually do a mortgage loan for somebody than you do to trade their 401k.
Oh my God.
So to get your Series 7, there's actually, and it's all state regulated and federally regulated now. So you have to be federally licensed and state licensed to practice origination.
Yes.
So that's a really good question. You can call us to qualify at 216-606-9366, and we'd be glad to help. But we just don't randomly quote. And I was talking about what sets us apart, or you asked what sets us apart, is that we just don't blindly quote. We don't tell you that that's the best rate or that's the best situation that you can absolutely be in until we know for certain. And you're in the best situation, we tell you that.
Yeah.
So we give you honest feedback that we would for a friend or a family member, instead of just trying to put you in a loan, which unfortunately that's some of the scrutiny and kind of black eye that the mortgage industry has. Is, people do things that just, in the financial services industry, period, that just aren't the best for you. And you'll never get that from anybody with First Community Mortgage. We're going to tell you if the loan makes sense, if it doesn't make sense, and why. Either way, you're going to walk away more educated from the process that we provide you with than when we started. Yeah,
that's one thing that we really like about when we talk to you guys, is that you are so community driven, and you are, trying to get to people in neighborhoods and communities here in Northeast Ohio, and being a local company and all that. I think there was a story that I think you were telling me, haven't you guys helped some families, like, all the way from the mortgage all the way to the move-in process? Like, you've actually, helped people actually move into their homes? And
yeah, there was actually a story in Nashville where a gentleman who was living in a hotel, much like this one, actually, we helped him get qualified for the loan, and it was a process because he was actually from, I believe it was, Honduras, I want to say.
Okay.
So we helped him go through all the citizenship paperwork. We helped him get qualified, and we actually not only helped him qualify for the loan and close the loan, but we actually helped him move into his new home and surprise his family that had no idea that moved here and didn't even know it was his house. So.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yep. That's right. That's what it was. It was such a nice story because I know he was surprising his wife, and he had kids too, right? And they were
playing in the backyard and had no idea it was their backyard. So it was pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Awesome.
Okay, Kimberly had a follow-up question. So you said, what's the lowest rate you have? You can share that. And I think it's, again, going back to, it's really dependent on what you guys decide for that particular person, right?
There's a couple ways that I can answer that, which is a very good question. We do have, rates that are extremely low, still under 3%.
Oh, okay.
But on our lower term loans, we have rates as high as 5%, just depending, again, on what you qualify for and what we're actually doing for you. Now, I honestly can't tell her that going with a lower rate and cutting her term makes any sense because I don't know her financial situation. But, that's a very popular program right now, is the 10 and 15-year fix where people are preparing for retirement. So we can definitely take a look, have her give us a call, and we'd be glad to help.
Kimberly, if you wanted to know, the name of this is Human Mortgage, and it's by First Community Mortgage, right?
Yes.
And this is Jay, so you can always ask for Jay. And can you give the phone number one more time if someone wants to call?
It's 216-606-9366. That rings to our main line, which goes to both offices. We have an office in Independence and an office here in Beechwood.
Nice. Okay. And if you guys didn't know, we are here at the Aloft Hotel, which is in Beechwood, and we are here for a St. Jude fundraiser with Human Mortgage by First Community Mortgage, and they're raising money for St. Jude, and they have some really great prizes, and one of them is actually, it's really funny because I was so excited. We walked up, they have a baseball bat here signed by Jim Tomey. So I'm going to show you guys some of the stuff that's going to be raffled off. If you know anyone in the financial services industry or real estate and they want to stop by, I know they have a few more openings for the mixer tonight, and you can, your friends that are in that industry can definitely win. So I'm going to walk around the table and just kind of give you guys a little show. And I know Jay mentioned, sorry, there's a little sun glare. Hold on. Over here, we have, it looks like a wine goodie basket, and then we have these wines, and he told me that are actually from
Sonoma County.
Sonoma County, which is awesome. If you guys have never been to Sonoma, such a beautiful place, and these look delicious. So people can, is it a silent auction? Is that what we're doing tonight for St. Jude?
No, we're doing a raffle. And we're going to call names at 6:30.
Great.
And raffle the items off. And what's great is that everybody donated the gifts. So we didn't really have to spend any money to do it because they heard about the cause and they really wanted just to contribute. So I thought that was awesome.
Yeah,
so
of course.
Our title company that we work with, Premier and Service Link, donated the wine. And also we have Accurate Financial donated for the bat and Urban Meyer signed football.
Oh, okay. So I was going to show you guys, because I promised you that there was a Jim Tomey.
Championship, but he did win a bowl game this year, so it's okay.
That's true.
Right?
So we have this Jim Tomey bat, which, as you guys know, Jim Tomey just got honored by being inducted into the MLB Hall of Fame. And so now there is going to be a bat here tonight, which I'm sure just went up in value dramatically since yesterday.
Yes. Yes.
And Urban Meyer also signed this football. It even comes with this authentic autograph card, which is awesome. And then over here, I don't know if you guys can see this. Jay, can you hold up this giant bottle for me?
Yes.
I'm telling you that Jay is a normal-sized human being. This bottle of wine is just the biggest bottle of wine on earth. So
I mean, I wish I was a little bit taller, but this is still a very big bottle of wine.
Yes. So we, again, a lot of this stuff was donated by people right here in the community, and it's to help St. Jude. I see a bow has fallen off, so I'm going to put it back in place. And so again, we're benefiting St. Jude. And tell us one more time why you guys partnered with St. Jude.
Just because of the great cause. It's an underfunded cancer research. I think not enough money and awareness is raised for it. And, you know, as adults, I feel strongly that we get to choose how we live our lives, whether we want to exercise, when we eat right, whether we want to smoke, whether we don't, what have you. And kids don't get that choice. You know, they're so young, and this happens, unfortunately, and it just, there's no rhyme or reason to what kids get and what kids don't. And it's a really sad thing. And we just felt like, you know, if we could give to one charity, it would have to be for this. Right now. So I mean, we participate a lot in the community with different events, but we felt like this, you know, with everything that you're doing with Fox 8 is doing with St. Jude's, we figured why not partner and do it now.
Yeah, and so if you guys don't know, so we're here at the St. Jude event. It is hosted by, whoops, I'm running into a chair. I almost just fell over, everyone. By Human Mortgage, by First Community Mortgage, so there's the logo. And they're benefiting St. Jude with this awesome raffle. And if you guys didn't know, we are actually, selling our St. Jude Dream Home tickets on February 22nd for Fox 8, so make sure you put that on your calendar as well. And let's ask one more time, tell us one more time, it's Kimberly, you're great. Sounds like they are compassionate. So they definitely are. Every time we talk to them at Human Mortgage, they talk about how they want to be more involved in the community. Tell us one more time why somebody might want to choose you guys over some of the big guys in the market for mortgage needs.
I forgot to mention, too, because that's such a good question, is that we actually have custom-tailored programs that are for Ohio residents. We have OFA programs, it's our Ohio Heroes program. So if you're a veteran, you work at the police, you know, you're a part of the police department, you're law enforcement, you work in the medical field, you're a teacher, you know, those are the Ohio Heroes program that you could qualify for, which are discounted down payment assistance programs for first-time home buyers. You don't need to be a first-time home buyer, you just have to be a resident in the state of Ohio. And it could be 3 years since you did your last loan, and you can qualify for these types of programs. So I just don't think that a lot of people know what they can qualify for. Ohio is a great state to actually purchase a home. The market's incredible, and I really think that if they knew all their options, they might not just go to the big box lenders and somebody who can walk them through the process and help them understand what they really qualify for, and that it could be a much better loan than, you know, than you thought, and that you can afford a home instead of renting, because it's pretty high in Northeast Ohio right now from what from talking to my niece who's in college at Cleveland State right now, so it's definitely high.
It's brutal out there.
It's
so
brutal.
If you guys are interested in getting a loan or learning more about some of the loan options that you have out there from a local company that's supporting our community, Human Mortgage is the name of it. Give us a phone number one more time, Jay.
216-606-9366.
Okay.
We'd love to hear from you and help any way we can.
All right. Well, thank you guys. Have a great evening. Hopefully we'll get a lot of money for St. Jude tonight. So thank you.
Hope so.
Bye.